What is going on, YouTube Nation? This is Darth Dividend. If you guys are new to my YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss future videos. So I got 3 dividend stocks that I think are hot. I own 2 of them. One of them I'm looking at very heavily. I got a bonus stock for you, and I got another bonus stock. There's a medication that just got FDA approved, and it's very interesting. This is a very popular company that's a pharmaceutical company that carries this medication that was approved. So this is one thing to look into. It's a semi-annual dividend stock, but I'm seeing something that I could maybe throw in a traditional or Roth IRA. I am planning on setting up a Roth IRA. In this company, there is a possibility that I can add these guys because of this medication. Now, again, I'm not a financial advisor. I always tell you guys that. I have my disclaimers in my comment section, in my description. But this new medication is going to be very interesting, and I'll go into that at the end of this video. But you guys wanted things in demand. It's Motivation Monday. You guys liked when I would post videos and have some quotes in it and, reflect investing with quotes. So let's just see what Tony Gaskin said. Invest in yourself first. Expect nothing from no one and be willing to work for everything. So let's think about this. You are investing in yourself as a dividend investor, or your career or college or whatever you're investing in. Okay. You shouldn't expect anything from anyone else. No favors. You bust your ass, you put your time in, and this is what you get. You are getting your dividends. The hard work is going to be paying off. The sacrifices you make, your buddies go out to wing night or something, and you're putting money into the dividend portfolio for this week. So that's what, basically, you can apply this to your philosophy when it comes to investing. Okay, the people that bust their ass, okay, are the ones that get the results in the long run. Okay, you bust your ass in the gym, you bust your ass hustling at your job, get that sale, you get that promotion. Okay, you end up, winning, a championship in sports. You're investing all that time in something. You win a tournament game or something. Your team or your business development team or your business team wins, a big regional competition between the other, section of the companies. That's what it's all about. It's putting the time in, putting the effort. And I tell you what, just to add on something, I was totally clear today, like sinuses from all this pollen. And then literally I was sitting outside drinking a cup of coffee on my deck. These guys are cutting grass. So it just killed me, like, inside. But let's check out these 3 stocks right now. So Pfizer, okay, is my first stock. Now, I did a big lecture on these guys with their cardiology medications. I discussed liable, which is used for hypertensive crisis. I discussed hypertension, the rise in hypertension. They're saying, some estimates are 200 billion or so dollars worth of investments with medications for hypertension. Okay, like labetalol. We got beta blockers. We have statins. Statins are a big thing with Pfizer because people that get heart attacks or they get strokes, or if they have high cholesterol, boom, okay, you got something to try to help with your cholesterol levels. But the other thing that Pfizer has is medications that deal with depression, anxiety, like lorazepam. And lorazepam is actually a very important medication for alcohol withdrawal. People actually take lorazepam to go to bed. Lorazepam is it helps as a sleep aid, like I just said. So there's a lot of good things about some of these medications, but the big one that they have is an SSRI, which is, I don't want to get in detail, but it's called Zoloft. And Zoloft goes after it, and it helps people that have OCD, PTSD, panic attacks, and social anxiety. And might as well say this anyways. I went on in 2019. I really started to hit the online dating scene, and I couldn't believe how many girls would tell me straight up what medications they took at lorazepam, for anxiety at work. I was like, whoa, first date, Zoloft. Another girl told me Lexapro. She told her family doctor she didn't need to be on Lexapro, which is by Allergan. And I'm like, whoa. And unfortunately, that's way too much TMI. And no, and I'm not with those people. That was one and done. But the thing is that unfortunately, there's a rise in mental health. These medications will help people who have mental health issues. And Zoloft is a big seller for Pfizer, as well as lorazepam for Pfizer. So Pfizer has a pretty big arsenal. It's not just the vaccine. It's the medications for consumers. Just because somebody takes lorazepam does not mean that they have issues. People take it as a sleep aid. I know travel nurses and night nurses that take lorazepam to go to bed. It's not just for anxiety. There was a girl in my accelerated nursing program, and we were all sitting together as our first test out. We were all nervous, I'm sitting next to my buddy. Are you nervous? He goes, yeah. And I looked at my next buddy. I go, yeah. And this girl goes, well, I'm not. We're like, I looked at her like, yeah, okay. She goes, I took my lorazepam today. I'm like, ooh, okay. So it's an effective medication for people that have anxiety. And to be honest with you, this girl did have a lot of anxiety that I went to school with. I had to cut friendship ties with her. It was just too unhealthy. As you can understand, but it's it's very interesting with mental health, and very interesting with medications that Pfizer carries. One thing with Pfizer too is their dividend history, and it seems like their dividend's pretty safe right now. From the last article I read, I think I confirmed it in our big group chat that we had yesterday. By the way, that was a huge turnout with all you guys. That was awesome, discussing a real estate investment trust. But let's jump to Pfizer's dividend history real quick. 26 cents, 28 cents, 30 cents, 32 cents, 34, 36, 39. It appears that their dividend is going to continue to be distributed. I just earned a dividend from Pfizer, which then was added to QYL. I'm sorry, it was RYLD. Pfizer helped buy me some RYLD today, which was great. I got about 3 shares of RYLD. So that passive income is ready to start flowing. And, with its dividend history, it appears to be stable, and these medications are in demand. So all this money going into cardiac, all this money going into mental health, that's going to help Pfizer in the long run. And to be honest with you, the research and evidence-based practice have shown these medications work. So I'm going to jump to the next stock real quick. So that stock would be Coca-Cola. This is a Warren Buffett-owned stock. It is right at $56.04. At the peak, it was $59.19. So this is one stock that you could probably capitalize on. In the past 5 years, it hasn't done very hot against the S&P, which makes it an attractive stock. This is a stock that has had numerous stock splits. Okay. It has increased its dividend over time. It has excellent products, which I will go over actually before I show the dividend history. And it is, look at this. It falls Monday, underperforms in the market. Might be time to capitalize on something. Just saying. So I'm going to jump to some of their products that they carry and what makes them a powerful dividend stock. First thing is 200 countries and territories in their products, 200 brands worldwide. You got Coca-Cola, obviously. I I will drink Diet Coke at 2 p.m. at work. It's free. You just pop it in the fridge. At work, I cannot say no to having a Diet Coke to stay awake right at 2 p.m. You got Sprite, you got Fanta, Dasani water. The thing that I don't get with people is, why don't you just carry bottled water instead of having Dasani? But people buy Dasani water. Smart Water is another one. Minute Maid, Simply's another one. Honest Tea, Costa Coffee, Booze Tea, that's another one. Fairlife, I've had Fairlife actually is a post-workout protein like shake. It's like a milk, and it's really good. I really like it. Powerade, I literally just drank a Powerade today, and that's a very popular drink out there, especially for people that are partying and are hungover the next day. That might be a drink of choice because it has electrolytes in there. It has a little bit of calories for you if you're a little hypoglycemic or if your blood sugar is down. And that one's always in demand. I see people buy this all the time at the gas station. Schweppes is another one. It's tonic water. I like my gin and tonics, okay? Tanqueray and tonics. Schweppes is a very good one. I usually mix my tonics with, my gin with Schweppes tonic. I'm actually going to lay low for about a week or two. I want to hit the books, and maybe I'll have one after my exam. First exam went pretty well. I just want to set the tone for the second one. Vitamin water, Gold Peak tea, Aquarius. This is kind of a little bit new in our area. It's not bad. I tried it before. Freshka, Barks root beer. That is a good one. It's a really good root beer. But now, with all the sugar and stuff, I try to avoid that stuff. So, this is what they carry. And for the price, it's not bad at all. That's the thing that I like about Coca-Cola. But what I like even more is their dividend history. So they're almost at 3% with a dividend yield. Look at them increasing their dividends: 33, 35, 37, 39, 40, 41, 42 cents. Okay? $1.68 annual dividend, a PE ratio of 33.56. Look, people need to drink things. I'm drinking water right here. People sometimes just go to vending machines to buy water when they could be drinking tap water, which could be equivalent to the water that you buy from a vending machine with Dasani. So, obviously, if you live in countries that water is very polluted, bottled water would probably be a better option. And guess who distributes them? Coca-Cola. So that's one thing to consider, is not just in the United States where people drink bottled water, but what about all those countries that use Coke products and need water, clean water, and bottled water? So that's one thing to consider looking into when you're buying Coca-Cola. So this last stock I'm going to discuss, I don't own it. I'm thinking about buying it in the future. It is on my radar, which is it's probably on everyone's radar because we all love this stock. I'm going to jump to that real quick. And that stock is Apple, okay? This stock increases its dividend, makes billions and billions and billions of dollars it generates each quarter, okay? The net value is in the trillions, so it makes billions worth, people claim, 2 trillion, okay? It has an extensive stock split history. It is a great stock for day trading, traditional or Roth IRA. It is great for a dividend portfolio. Now, the dividend is not too high, but how can you not say the stock is on everyone's radar? 5 years killed the S&P. This past year killed the S&P. 6 months, a little bit lower than, the S&P, but it's just going to come back with a vengeance because look at its extensive history. Can you imagine if you got that 2009 when it was $7.28? Can you imagine? You just threw $1,000, $2,000 when it was that price. That would be insane. And you get this iPhone right here. Everybody needs an iPhone. Everybody needs technology that's done by Apple. So that's the thing that makes them a separation from the pack in the technology sector, is everybody needs Apple. I need Apple. I'm telling you, you can't go a day without a phone nowadays with technology and stuff. Now, if an EMP or something happened, I mean, gosh, I don't know what would happen with everyone with the internet going down. But Apple, they are their phones are off the chain. Everybody needs to get an Apple phone. It's like, Tesla's one thing, okay? Everybody, people who have money, they need, they'll maybe be flashy with a Tesla car, but people need a phone. People need a phone to communicate, okay? So remember that. People need phones to communicate. You got this right here, okay? Just remember that. You got programs that Apple makes. You got Apple Music. You got cloud service. You got all this stuff that Apple pretty much is a juggernaut with. $1 billion. Think about this. Billions and billions of dollars it makes quarterly. I mean, and it's probably going to split its stock again. I mean, it's just such a big, powerful stock. I mean, the board made a call. We're splitting it, recently, and chances are they're going to do it again. This is just such a powerful company. I mean, I don't even own it, but I keep an eye on it. Just such a great stock. Dividends, price per share, day trading. I mean, it's got everything that everybody wants and needs. Everybody needs an iPhone. Just how it is. I mean, you don't need it. You can use a flip phone, but you got to have an iPhone. Everybody's got to have an iPhone. So let's jump to the dividend history of Apple. Okay, so it's 52, 57. Then it did 77. Here's right when the split kind of happened. Dividend yield is not very attractive, but you're looking at a stock that grows. It's going to increase its dividend over time. I'm still going to keep an eye on the stock. I just love it. It's always going to be on my radar. I'm never going to talk down Apple. You'd be crazy. Anybody talks down Apple as a stock, they're crazy. You tell them I said they're crazy. You tell them they're crazy. You got increasing price per share, increasing dividends, increasing profit. So here's the dividend history of Apple. Now, the dividend yield is 0.7%, but it increases its dividend, has an annual dividend of 88 cents. If you have the money, man, people that have a ton of money, they throw it in Apple. Who cares? They have enough shares to start buying more shares. That's how big they are in Apple. PE ratio of 28.26. I can almost guarantee, again, I'm not a financial advisor, I can almost guarantee that these guys will never cut their dividend. There's never, I find that they're so powerful, they're so big, it's amazing how these guys blew up and the story of them and how successful they are. Kudos to those guys. Really, I mean, it's kudos. There's nothing you can say bad about them as a company. You need their products. They're in demand. They, right now they're down. They split their stock. I mean, imagine if you had 100 shares right now, goes back up to 400, and then it splits its stock again. There's a strong possibility that'll happen. So I'm just letting you know, don't rule out the stock split history on Apple. So I'm going to jump to the next stock. I bought it and then sold it, but I'm going to expand my M1 Finance dividend portfolio, and I'm looking at this one again. So let's check that one out. That stock would be Huntington Bank Shares Incorporated. This is a bank that's in Ohio. took a huge nosedive when the pandemic started. I bought these guys when they were low, sold them, made a good profit, and threw it in some rates. So these guys are back on my radar. In the past 5 years, they have not done well against the S&P. They took a nosedive. They're slowly trying to come back. But again, they're $15.58. Now, as I said before, people are like, how, banks aren't going to do this and that. Excuse me. When you have a credit card and you swipe that credit card at a store and it has Huntington Bank shares, or it has JP Morgan, or if it has KeyBank, they get money from that. The stores have to pay them money to use their credit card. So there is a fee from that. So imagine how many people own a credit card from Huntington Bank shares, go to the gas station, swipe at the gas station, swipe at the grocery store, make an online payment, okay, using a Huntington Bank shares credit card. They're generating money. Their car loans, you'll get housing loans, student loans. They're going to make money from loans or credit cards. Credit card debt is an issue. They make money off of your basically your how would I say this? Your incompetence of not paying it in time, or if you bought something really big and you're like, okay, I'll pay it off over time. They're taking advantage of you. I mean, I always tell people, if you're going to buy something, at least do it to where you don't have to pay any interest. Like, I bought a Tempur-Pedic bed, and I'm with Synchrony Bank. I'm making monthly payments, and basically I don't owe any interest if I pay it off on time. So you can do that with these companies, but just don't be careless. They take advantage of people being incompetent that don't pay their monthly bills or whatever, and then they just love it. They love it, they love it, they love it, but they're still making money because they're swiping the card. So that's one thing I want to emphasize. I'm going to jump to its dividend history. Bank stock that's 7 cents, 8 cents, 11 cents, 14, 15 cents. Dividend yield of 3.84% with the PE ratio of 13.55. Annual dividend of 0.6. Remember, the banks are taking advantage of people who don't make their payments on time. So they're making money off of interest on that. They're taking advantage of incompetent people that are not smart with their money. And anytime you swipe a credit card, they're going to get money off of you. So remember, banks, there's no way, I really think it's nearly impossible for a bank to go out of business unless if they're too small or they did something catastrophic. You're swiping your card, they're making money. They're making money from that. They're making money from car loans, from business loans. They're making money from that, not making your payments on time. So that's one thing I want to emphasize with these bank stocks. So 15 cents, 3.84% dividend yield, not bad at all. I'm going to jump to the last stock. I really want to go over this one. It's a semi-annual dividend stock. Very interesting. This one, I may put money in my Roth IRA, set it up, and discuss this medication that's going to blow up, could potentially blow up the stock. So let's jump to that one. So this medication by Novo Nordisk just passed with the FDA. Now, this is a semi-annual dividend stock. I'll go over its stock and dividend history. But it is very interesting. This is going after obesity. The medication is called Wegovy, which has been under the FDA and approved. And their claim is that it helps people lose weight. Okay, weight loss is a big thing now. So this is very interesting. Here's phase 3. The FDA approved the drug as an addition to diet and exercise based on phase 3 data showing that Wegovy helped 1/3 of patients lose more than 20% of their body weight over the 68-week trial period. Patients without type 2 diabetes lost 17 to 18% of their weight on average. So, you have a weight loss medication that is approved by the FDA. How many over-counter things have you seen, at the shelves at GNC or wherever, that they claim that, this is going to help you with weight loss? This is FDA approved, okay? They're going to charge whatever they want. They're at the will of whatever they want because people want to lose weight. They don't want to put in the effort of diet and exercise. And these guys are just going to be rolling in money from this. People are going to try to find the quick fix. They think this will be the quick fix. All it takes is diet, exercise, and discipline. And that's the issue with this stock in this company. So let's jump to its stock and dividend history. So Novo Nordisk is sitting at $81.20. Past 5 years, so Novo Nordisk has killed the S&P since inception. It is blowing up like crazy. This stock is jumping up. This medication appears to be the real deal. So I'm just giving you a heads up with this stock. It's right at $81.20. And I'll show you its dividend history. So it's a semi-annual dividend stock. Right around March and August. But dividend yield's 1.64%. If this thing blows up, you're getting yourself a pretty good bang for your buck, especially if you put it in a traditional Roth IRA. It's just going to blow up. That's one thing that I consider with my M1 Finance dividend portfolio is a stock like this that has serious potential to blow up, and it's less than $100, and you're getting a decent dividend yield, and it appears to be growing like crazy. So let me know what you think of this video. If you guys are new to my YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss future videos. This is Darth Dividend. I will post a video tomorrow. You guys take care and have a good one.